I've studied in England, lived in Paris, and later moved to Norway. Throughout this journey, I've seen a wide variety of styles and fashions during spring, but there are certain things I have never seen elegant ladies wear. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you 9 things that elegant ladies never wear and suggest what to wear instead if you want to dress elegantly. And the first thing that elegant ladies never wear are scarves anywhere else than around their neck, especially around the waist like it is trendy to do these days. It's juvenile because it's a bit like if you had taken your mom's scarf and you started wearing it as a skirt. It also has a very strong 2000s vibe, which is not something that you can easily conciliate with an elegant way of being. A scarf is an extremely elegant accessory. It will chicken up anything that you wear, but it's supposed to be around your neck, and that's how it has always been historically. And if you're really keen on wearing your scarf anywhere else than around your neck, then your head is also a very elegant placement. The only thing that you should know is that it's going to bring a bit of that 1950s Hollywood movie kind of vibe to your outfit, so that's something that you should be aware of. You should avoid having a scarf in polyester because polyester is made of plastic. It's going to take the light in a much more tacky, shiny way, as opposed to anything that is natural, so cotton, silk, wool, that is going to take the light in a much more matte way. Cotton can be as cheap as polyester, but it's going to make you look much more expensive than if you were wearing plastic. The second thing that elegant ladies never wear in spring are short skirts. And that is because, first, these have a sexy connotation because they reveal a lot of the legs. And when you reveal a big part of your body, you immediately bring a lot of sexiness to your outfit, which is not something that is aligned with what an elegant lady wants to convey. Second, short skirts, especially this one with the ruffles, have a little girl kind of connotation. And when, as a grown woman, you wear things that refer little girls, especially with a sexy connotation like this, what you're bringing to your outfit is a very juvenile, youthful kind of sexy. Even with a skirt that has a much more classic connotation, the sexiness is still here because we're still revealing the legs. So as you can see, it's a bit less little girl sexy, but still, if you were to go to the office like this, people would be looking at your legs 24/7. If you want to wear a short skirt, it's always going to be better with stockings because stockings are going to hide a little bit all the details of your leg, and it's going to feel less like people have direct access to your body. If your springs are really warm and you can't wear stockings, then wear flat shoes always with your short skirt. The flat shoe is going to remove a bit of the sexiness to the whole outfit. In that case, cover up the top of your body so you don't have too much body showing at once and lose the elegance that you're trying to convey. The best way to be elegant with a skirt is to have a rather long one because you're still going to show your beautiful feminine shapes, but they are to be guessed. So you know that very likely there are some beautiful legs under that skirt, but you can't see them. The secret to femininity done elegantly is actually flow, because flow is very feminine. You don't need to reveal much of your body if you have a flowy skirt. It's going to bring for that femininity, but not in a in-your-face way. Here, I'm actually even revealing a bit of back, but because I'm quite covered and I have a lot of flow, it's not sexy in the wrong way. The third thing elegant ladies never wear in spring is any kind of shapeless layering. Silhouette is capital in elegance. It does most of the job. And to have a good silhouette, you need to have certain lines be in a certain position. For an hourglass silhouette like this one, you need to have 3 horizontal lines at your shoulders, at your waist, and at the hem of your trousers. Ideally, your waistline is as far away as possible from your hemline. That gives the impression that you have very long legs. You're then gonna have 4 diagonal lines inwards towards your waist and outwards from your waist. As soon as you respect those proportions, you're going to look absolutely gorgeous and elegant. Second silhouette that is always elegant is a rectangular silhouette. My horizontal lines are still at my shoulders, my waist, and my hemline, but now I only have vertical lines going down. And a good way to make a rectangular silhouette still look elegant and feminine is to have your waistline as high as you can. I'm cheating here a little bit, and it makes my legs look very long. long. And finally, a triangle silhouette is the third silhouette that is inherently elegant. To achieve a triangle silhouette, it's very easy. You just need the horizontal line of your shoulders to be narrower than the horizontal line of 1 point lower than your waistline. Capes are in for this spring, so that is definitely a way to build a beautiful, elegant triangle silhouette. So as soon as you throw off all of these proportions, you're not going to look elegant. I have different lines here with the straps and the t-shirt, diagonal lines here and a round collar here so your eyes don't really know where to look. And I don't have any kind of waist, or rather it kind of happens here mid-thigh. This is a second example of layering that is very inelegant to the eye. We have diagonal lines here, a horizontal line here that should be the waistline, but we don't have any. We have a second one that is diagonal here, and then we cut the leg right here with another horizontal line, and then we go with the shoes with diagonal lines. So what's the secret to layering elegantly? Layering properly is definitely one of the secrets of elegant women, so I'm going to show you how to do that with a little cool tweak to show you that elegance is not against cool. So here we have different layers, but for some reason, you might be able to tell, it doesn't really feel elegant. It has more of a street vibe, it is slightly sloppy. So we need to fix our outfit for it to match elegant proportions. The first thing that I did right here is that I marked my waistline where it is. So it makes my legs look longer and it brings more classiness and elegance to this outfit. To make it even more elegant, I have added structure by closing up my shirt to create those vertical lines and closing up my vest to create those two diagonal lines. That's a very classic move that you can do if you want to make anything elegant. The combo closed vest and straight line here all the way up to the middle of your neck. And so here, as you can see, I have remade a modernized version of an hourglass silhouette. If you find that elegance, traditional elegance or sartorial elegance is a little bit too uptight, this is a great example on how you can make it yours and make it a little bit more cool girl. The fourth thing elegant ladies never wear in spring is the combination satin and lace because of its night connotation. When you're mixing satin and lace, you directly send people's minds to bed and sleeping, and therefore to what usually happens there when you are two consenting adults. So when bringing this connotation to your outfit, you are subconsciously referring to that kind of situation, which is something that you might want to do if you want to add a bit of sexiness to your elegance. But then I'm going to show you how to do that tastefully. The one thing that you want to avoid if you want to wear satin and lace elegantly is to reveal a lot of your body at the same time, because the sexy connotation of the combo satin and lace is so strong that if on top of it you're revealing lots of your body, you're adding a lot of sexiness to the whole mix. And if on top you have heels, well, you know, we're sending a very strong message. So how do we do it instead? By pairing it with pieces that have nothing sexy in them. The connotation of the satin and the lace is so strong that I can only allow a little bit in my outfit, and I need to compensate it with very strict pieces. Here it works because the suit takes 80% of my outfit, so the connotation is mostly serious and strict. It looks pretty and harmonious because there is a contrast between the strictness and the mattness of the suit and the very feminine lace and the shininess of the satin. And although I've seen professionals wear such an outfit, that is never something that I would personally wear. And the reason I choose to do that is because in my experience, it has been difficult to be as respected as men in my work environment. You might have never thought about this, but a woman, because she is a woman, she has a sexy connotation to men. In the workplace, I've learned to really move my outfits to strict, responsible, professional to compensate the fact that I'm a woman with long curly hair on top. This is a perfectly elegant outfit, and it's up to you to see where you want to place the cursor in the workplace and what serves you best. To me, until we live in a world where men truly consider women as equal, I will always push the connotations of my outfit towards serious and reliable and professional. in the workplace. Conversely, if I was going out or on a date, then I would be much more comfortable wearing satin and lace because there the sexy connotation is kind of welcome. We have a video coming up on how to dress for a date, so I'm not going to spoil it too much, but this is an example of how an elegant French woman could show up at a date or a party if she is looking for a partner. She's conveying serious, but she's also conveying sexy and openness to meeting somebody. I won't say more. The fifth thing elegant ladies never wear in spring are flip-flops, because flip-flops have a really laid-back beach connotation. What I'm wearing is actually a really common Parisian outfit when the weather gets warmer, and you will see Parisian women wear flip-flops to give themselves that really cool laid-back attitude. Although it is laid-back and cool, flip-flops cannot be elegant because first they're made of plastic, and most importantly, they flip and they flop. Luckily, there exists plenty of ways of looking cool and elegant in spring. These types of shoes are one of them. These are going to add some elegance to an outfit that is already quite laid back. They're also very comfortable because they are low and they have a block heel, so they're very stable. And they also happen to be wide. So if you feel constrained in those pointy shoes, shoes like this one are a perfect alternative. Alternatively, loafers will be the perfect shoe if you want to be really comfortable. They're also going to add some chic because they have that traditional old money vibe, but they're going to just feel like slippers. If you're worried about looking elegant when you have to walk a lot, for example, when you're visiting Paris, loafers are the perfect shoe because you can just walk kilometers in them. A third alternative that is closer to flip-flops but way chicer are slip-ons. As you can see, they're not changing the vibe of the outfit. We still have that effortlessly chic vibe, but we have something that is a bit classier than a flip-flop. And before we move on to the sixth thing, just a word of advice: if you want to be elegant, you should never wear capri pants. I see that capri pants are trending this season, and they have literally nothing for themselves. First, because they cut the leg midway at a very awkward place, so they don't flatter any silhouette. Second, because of their material that is very sports-like. This is literally my sports, my workout things. And if you match those with flip-flops on top, then you're really going to look like you don't have much dressing skill. I know, Nyla, it's hard to hear, but you need to hear it. The same outfit with jeans and slip-ons looks so much better and is as comfortable. The sixth thing elegant ladies never wear in spring is a full denim look, even more if it has a trendy shape. And the main reason is that it is trendy. As you can see, it doesn't look horribly wrong. It's not vulgar. It's not showing too much skin. It's actually looking quite cool. But because it is trendy, then it says about me that I am a trend follower. If you're familiar with this channel, you know that an elegant lady wants to portray herself much more as a leader than a follower. And so when she obviously follows trends, then she conveys that she doesn't have that leadership, even though she totally might. The second thing that it does, and that is really from a French elegance perspective, it doesn't show that I'm able to create any interesting contrast or any interesting story. You know that every single piece of your outfit has a connotation, and here all of the pieces have the same connotation, so they scream the same thing. Instead, what I want to do is to pair my denim with something that tells a different story. I have a really cool look that is not looking as trendy as the full denim look. I'm using trendy pieces, but I'm matching them with pieces that convey my personality and don't convey the fact that I'm just blindly following trends. Number 7 is lots of colors, just because it's spring, and especially trendy colors, because it makes you look like you're putting on your spring uniform. An elegant lady doesn't change her personality with the season. She rather brings elements or references to the season to her original signature look. This is a typical Ariane in winter outfit when I'm just at home or when I need to quickly go out and grab a baguette. So when spring comes, I'm not going to completely transform who I am. I'm just going to adapt my outfit. Because the weather allows, I'm going to switch my pullover with a t-shirt and my shoes with more open shoes. If I feel like it, I'm going to wear color, but not because it is spring and I should, but because spring makes me feel like I want to. For example, maybe I'm going to the market, maybe I'm going to meet my friend, and then the mood it puts me in makes me want to wear color together with my usual uniform. If I was sad that day, I wouldn't feel like wearing color. So it's much more about conveying the joy that spring represents through my clothing than wearing color because it is spring and it is expected of me because it's trending. The eighth thing elegant ladies never wear in spring are dresses paired with sneakers, even minimal sneakers. My grandmother called it an abomination to do so. I get her point because a dress is so feminine, so classy, and sneakers have a very street, more masculine vibe. Because it looks like a comfort choice, it removes the elegance from the outfit because elegance is supposed to be effortless. So what do we wear instead if we want to wear a dress but we also care about being comfortable? The first and the least comfortable option, but still comfortable, are low block heels. These are comfortable because they are not too high. You still have your weight anchored on your heels and you're not on your tippy toes like with higher heels. That's also what is going to bring the most femininity to your outfit because a heel is inherently feminine. So if you can handle it, this is the best shoe to pair with a dress. Second option is a flat slip-on. So these are not the best match with this dress, but it's the only ones I have, so you get the idea. Here we are way more comfortable because we are flat. This is still going to be feminine and a bit more comfortable if you need to walk a little bit. And the third option that sacrifices a bit of style but not as much as a sneaker is the mighty loafer. Because they have a classier vibe, they're not going to compete with the classic elegant vibe of the dress. They're more going to complement it with a bit more of a traditional grandma kind of vibe. And the final thing elegant ladies never wear in spring is a very sheer outfit. Because sheer, contrary to what you might think, is actually sexier than nothing. When you're half covering something, you are letting it be visible, but you're also hiding it at the same time. So you're playing a bit of a sexy game with people around you. A very sheer outfit with a lot of transparency play is actually going to be a very sexy outfit and have a lot of sexual connotation. And the final problem with this kind of sheer is the lace that it is associated with. This kind of lace is made of plastic, it's very thin, the design doesn't have much contrast, so it has automatically a very cheap vibe. If you compare it to what lace used to look like, this definitely looks like a cheap knockoff. If you love lace, a thicker knitting is going to be much more refined. It's going to hide your body more and add some refinement to that sheerness, you can see but you can't little game. And you're also going to bring to your outfit the connotation of older lace. Cotton lace is the one that is going to look the most refined. But this is polyester, and as you can see, the way that it is knitted doesn't take the light in a way that is as cheap as the previous one. You might notice something with this outfit is that it's maybe a bit of a lot. It's maybe a bit too bridal. There is a lot going on, and in the same way as for the full denim look, this is actually not an outfit that I would wear outside. Instead, what I would do would be to pair the skirt with a plain t-shirt. So I create some contrast between the very busy lace here and the plain t-shirt. I, however, have a little reference to the lace and the flowers of the lace here in the shoulders, which makes it extra tasteful. And I have also created contrast with my earrings and my shoes. The texture of the shoes reminds a bit the texture of the dress, and the texture of the earrings also remind the texture of the shoe. And if you like this kind of deep dive into fashion, I invite you to join the Cercle Mademoiselle, which is my private YouTube membership, where I take you with me into the circle of high status, elegant women. The level of conversation is higher, and I take the examples deeper so that you can really understand them. And I talk and behave live with you like I do with my friends and my business partners. So if that is something that interests you, I invite you to click the join button just below this video, and I would be delighted to welcome you inside Le Cercle Mademoiselle. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you enjoyed what you saw, I invite you to subscribe, and I will see you very happily in the next one. À bientôt!